Hey guys, so I got a ton of free formula from Similac. I filled out a thing saying I was due a month later, and I got like 3 boxes in the mail. One from Similac, one from Infamil, and then another one from Similac came like a week later. So these are like my last of the ready-made formulas. This is 2 ounces. These are amazing when you have real babies. I'm going to try it again with her mouth in this bottle. Hold on, my TV just restarted. Anywho, sorry, TV restarted and it totally threw me off. I want to try this one again with her because it did not work on my smaller girl. And this is actually a dollar store bottle, and the nipple hole is humongo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and this one has a bunch of bags that came with it, and because this isn't a real baby, I rinse these out and use them again, but I've only used this once. So what I'm going to do is, this holds 4 ounces, so probably just going to put 1 in for now because it didn't work last time. And boy, this is separated. I mean, I know it's old. This expired November 2020. Not too old, actually. So I just poured it in and put the... I have a friend who used this for like actual formula for her son. She would just measure out the formula and dry formula and put it in one of these. It's brilliant. And they take up like no space in your bag. So that might be a good idea. But I plan on buying a cute pink formula container for when we do outs. Okay, so yeah, it's not going to work again. Because the issue with this is it's designed to suck, 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 and then collapse. And she doesn't suck. We'll try it anyways. So there's 1 bottle that we're going to try. And then this holds 4 ounces, and I'm just going to do 2 ounces again because what's the point of putting 4 in if it's not going to work? So like I said, dollar store bottle. And I do have a dollar store one that's Minnie Mouse. I'll try that one next. Whew, man, I hate the smell formula. What about you guys? Once I'm out of all this powdered formula I have, I'm just going to use powdered milk to feed her because what's the point of buying massively expensive formula when you can just use powdered milk? So I don't have a towel for her. I'm going to try to work on her positioning real quick, and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, let's see how this works. She's got a much bigger mouth than my previous baby, and the tube kind of comes forward, so I push it back and then feed her, and it tends to feed a little bit better. Okay. See how this just kind of, it just doesn't go in. See, it's just not really gonna work because there's no suction there. So pushing in, it just fills it. I have to, and you're leaking all over. See, now she's just leaking. Let me play with her position a little bit. Come right back. It's a good thing silicone is so easy to wash, and I have a washing machine. So trying to play with her positioning a little bit. Problem is, to get it in her mouth, now she's leaking everywhere. Yeah, this one's not working. She's just leaking it everywhere, and I don't want it all over my bed. So, because I always wash her clothes if they get formula on them after, I'm just going to go ahead and wash the blanket. Trying to keep it from leaking on me. So that one, I don't know what to do with that bottle. It's not going to work, so I might just toss it. And yes, I just lick this. It's just easier than putting lube on it. And it's water-based. Okay, so this is a dollar store bottle. Oh. Oh. See, I just kind of haven't figured out what works for her. You know, it's trial and error. And unfortunately, with me working full time, I don't have the ability to, come on, it's just because it's this, what's happening is this tube is going up so far. And I don't want to get a ton, I don't want to lose the tube because then she's done. Okay, let's try this again. It might just be that Dr. Brown's the only one. And what I'm doing is I'm staring to see if she's leaking. Because I can see on this side with you guys, but I'm trying to look. There we go. There we go. Can you hear it? So it's all about timing with her. Not going too fast. Can you hear it? I'm not sure if you can see the bubbles. Yeah, the bubbles are coming right here at the top. So I think she just... That's what it sounds like. I think she's just a standard nipple girl. You kind of hear it? So with her, I'm having to push it in and pull it out teeny tiny bit, and then she gets a good drain in. So in here was 2 ounces, and she's actually only spilled a few drops. It's really realistic. I love feeding her because, oop, not too fast. Because like a real baby, some babies are super fast eaters, and she's not. I really wish I had a third hand so that I could film this close up. I might try to like lay her on the floor and attach this above so you can see it up here. Oh, we're leaking on my arm. Oops. Okay. Are we just having too much milk in there? Can you see the milk? Right there. Whoops. Well, we lost it. Trial and error. It's the tube. It's the tube. I'm scared to cut it shorter because I don't want to lose it in her. So I'm simply just pushing the tube back. See, you know what? I'm just going to have to work with her and kind of find out what position she needs to be in. She needs to be upright so that it drains out. But she can't be too upright because it won't go down. So I'm not sure how like babies with drink and wet systems that are built into them work. I've never had a drink and wet system. I mean, I would think a great idea would be like a drink and wet system where like they had a big old like stomach in there. So you could feed them almost laying down and it would fill up in that stomach. And then you'd sit them up and they'd pee. Or something like that where you could feed them a little more reclined. I made a video that I'm going to post in a little bit. I got her some mohair and I'm going to try to root her starting Monday. I'm watching a lot of videos on rooting and I'm hoping I can do it. I mean, it's a lot harder than pushing a tube through her body. Everyone says, oh, you're so talented, or oh, yeah, you did such a good job. And I'm like, I stuck a tube down her body. That's not rocket science. It's just figuring out how to get a tube down you. My friend, do not leak milk out because then it's not an adequate feed. I'm going to have to look in her mouth and see what the tube is doing and maybe just try to cut it a teeny tiny bit shorter because she does great and then she doesn't. Maybe she's just a Dr. Brown's girl. You found that with your drink and wets that only one bottle works? Let's see here. So it was 2 ounces. Yeah, she barely drank anything. I'll be back. Hello, welcome to Feeding Time Uncensored. So, close up. I laid her down a little bit more. Problem is I just still have to keep this angle so that she can actually get this pee out. Well, this milk out. And we'll try this way. See if you guys can see me better. I'm trying to do it where you guys can see the bubbles. Maybe like that. Do you see? I think that you're only going to be able to see these bubbles if I have you above her. Come on, little friend. There we go. So like you can see the milk like moving a little bit, but that's about all I think you can see. So if you like when I pull back a little bit, watch the milk and see if you see the bubbles. So they're coming up right here in the center. Unfortunately, there's not really a way. I just can't think of a way to let you see it. Oh, dripping, dripping. We're definitely gonna need a bath. I mean, she's drinking well for now. We'll have to see if she fills up with milk, and which I would think would happen pretty quick because it's not a very big tube. If she fills up with milk real fast and starts leaking out. Hello. I'm uncomfortable. Had a long day at work chasing toddlers. I work at a daycare they call it an open environment. So basically we take in kiddos from 6 weeks to 8 years old, which are the 5 and 6 years olds that come are either preschool, and so they're coming at lunch and the rest of the day because it's only half day, or they're coming after school for the older kids. And we have a little bit of a room. It's like a nursery, but I'm only in there if I have to be. So I'm chasing toddlers. Our youngest right now is 5 months. And he's actually a really chill baby. And then we have, let's see, T is 5 months. J is 8 months, I think. No, his birthday's in June. I think his birthday's in June. Yeah. He's almost 1. Wow. And then we have a 4-month-old that will start in a month. And then we'll have a 3-month-old that will start in September. She'll be 3 months old when she'll be 3 months old in September when she starts. So, and then we have another gal at my work who is taking the responsibility of her niece and nephew, and her nephew is 6 months old. And due to their circumstances of the mother, he's very delayed. So he's like a newborn, and we probably will get him soon too. Who knows? I mean, we take care of our own. Like if we have an opening of a spot, which is not frequent, we'll take in co-workers' kids first, just because they need to be able to work. But well, she's doing really well. I'll come back when she's done, as I don't think you want a 10-minute video of her. Well, maybe you do. I'll have to do a live feed. Like if I find a bottle that works really good and kind of flows faster, I'll do a live feed from like making the bottle to feeding to changing everything. But I need to find the bottle with the right flow and the right position. She's fairly actually laid down, and her diaper does not feel wet at all. So we'll see what's going on. I mean, I know she's not leaking it all out. She's leaked some, but just a tiny bit. So I'll be back. Okay, so she is down to drips now. Like drippy, drippy drips. Okay, when I push and listen, you actually hear the air push through her to the other end. Can you hear that? Okay, so it's blowing air clear through the bottom. So bottle is empty. And I wanted to try something. I just had a thought because I ended up opening this nipple a crazy amount. And it flows a lot faster now. Because she's not sucking. Obviously. I'm going to try something in this bottle. And I don't know how well it'll work. Because this one still has majority full. I just made the hole a ton. Oh, come on now. A ton bigger. See if it'll like just flow in. Okay. Whoop, that was too fast. So I think this is just dripping out now. Yeah, this is just dripping. This is just not gonna work. So let me sit up a second and get in the right position for you. I'm gonna pull this up a little bit higher. Hello. Hi. Okay, so she's got formula. Everybody, it's okay. Oh, that's my ceiling. Say hello to the ceiling. I'm still using my tripod, but because I'm on my bed and my bed moves, not all memory foam things are non-movement. So she still got some milk in her mouth. I try to like shake it in. Hey, watch this. I shot it out the other end. Okay, so there she goes. Whoa! And some milk came out, and that's normal. Let's open this girl up. Get her little leggies out. So we'll clean off her mouth and sit her up for a second and kind of let everything work its way out. I need to get her some cute little girly bibs. Hello, all my aunties. Woo! Mommy's gonna make me sick because I just had a full bottle. So she had about 2 ounces. I usually have done 4. This one worked better when I had the nipple open. And I cut open with 2 little scissors here. I cut it way, way, way open. I just don't know how to see that massive hole. I really, really cut it open. So far, though, Dr. Brown's has worked the best. I should get a Tommy Tippy one. A Ma'am worked really well, too, once I kind of got her in the right position. Ma'am has worked pretty well. The Dr. Brown's one worked really well. Playtex is the biggest no-go ever. What do I do with this? I mean, I don't really just take pictures with it. And, I mean, do I just seal it and make it a sealed bottle? Do I toss it? I don't know. I mean, what do I do, guys? Because this is kind of useless. I don't know. So I'm just letting her sit for a second while it drains out. And I think we're ready. I'm going to try to do this. It's all the way up here. But these pants are a lot bigger. Okay, my friend. So these pants are going to go into the wash, which is fine because I've got tons in there of my sons that need to be washed. Her little leggy stuck. And I hate pulling too hard. I'll pull a little bit, but I don't like pulling too hard because I don't want to risk pulling off them. So her big old pants are size 6 to 9 months. So these were the only ones that they had in her size. The ones that they had. So it definitely, okay, so because she's a girl and I fed her laying down, it's all in the back. So her shirt is completely drenched of formula from and that was mostly from the Playtex one. I spilled quite a lot. And then you know how it is, like you get a little bit of water and it just kind of goes everywhere. Oh, my little tidbit. I gave her a bath when I take my baths, I use fragrance oil, a little bit of fragrance oil just for the good smells. I put her in the bathtub with fragrance oil and she still smells good. Like, I can smell it on her. It's rose. Notice the trend here. So if you get some fragrance oil and a nice warm bath with fragrance oil and let them soak in it for like 10-20 minutes and then come out, they'll have the slightest smell of that and it smells good. She just smells good now. Like, she smells like that fragrance oil. So I might have to see if I can find baby powder smelling fragrance oil. Ooh, I'm getting wet. Or I feel like I'm getting wet. Then they'll smell like it. So let me do this for comparison, okay? Because it's always easier to see this by comparison. So this is a unused diaper. It's a little on the older side because I got this a while ago and it's been moved around. But this is a new diaper, not used. She's in an Honest diaper. And Honest diapers do not have wetness indicators. I'm going to use these ones up before I move on. So let's get you up. Please don't pee on my girlfriend. So, in the back here, you can tell there's formula in it. You can see the color change from this is white, nothing in it. The back is real dark. And if I fold it over where the wetness is, wet diaper, not wet diaper, you can see the difference. I mean, it's not a huge, but I mean, there's only like 2 ounces in here, just under 2 ounces. So it was not going to be a massively wet one, just because I was having troubles. So I'm going to go do her body rinse, and then I'm going to come back and dress her in her new outfit. Okay, see you guys in a bit.